The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces. I request protocol to escort His Excellency and invite him to address the Assembly.
Madam President, the President of the 88th session of the UN General Assembly, Madam Annalena Baerbock, Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I congratulate you, Madam President, on your election to preside over the 80th session of the UN General Assembly. Madam President, you can count on Kenya's full support throughout your tenure as you steer the Assembly into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, 80 years ago, in the aftermath of the unprecedented global destruction and devastating war, the international community came together in hope. They created this organization, the United Nations, as a shield against the horrors of war, as a platform for dialogue, and as a bridge to a better, fairer, more secure global community. What is often forgotten or not mentioned today is that the United Nations grew out of the failure of the League of Nations that existed between 1919 and 1945. The League of Nations did not collapse for lack. The UN sought to correct the failures of the League of Nations by creating a stronger, more inclusive organization anchored in the principle of, and I quote, "We the people of the United Nations." As a nation, we have reformed our education system, we have transformed our agricultural system, transformed our health system. We've brought in more interventions that were there for a very long time, housing and everything in between, and very heavy lifting the last couple of 24 months.
The criticisms have been very harsh on you as you've been doing this, and indeed some of the criticisms in terms of the questioning of rights, of freedom of speech. Look,